everybody. This is Connie Vanderpool with Sampson Properties, and we're all hanging in there doing this COVID-19. I have with me today Matt Komar with Grace Community Church, and I want him to tell you about what's happening at church, how they're dealing with this pandemic, etc. So, Matt, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about what you do with Grace and your job?
Yeah, of course. First of all, thanks for having me. This is fun.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So a little bit about me. Married for almost 15 years to Robin, and we've got two bundles of joy. They're getting bigger now. Our son Caleb is 10, and our daughter Kendall is 7. No, that's not right. They're 9 and 7. I'm going a little crazy during COVID-19. Tell you what, can't remember the ages of my kids. But I grew up outside of Cleveland, Ohio, went to a small liberal arts college in Pennsylvania. And as soon as I graduated, I jumped into working for churches. And I spent 5 years working for a church in Bend, Oregon before we moved to DC. And after a few years of attending Grace Community Church and volunteering with Grace, I came on staff. And so I've been on staff at Grace for 7 years now, I think. 2013, came on staff as youth pastor. And so for several years, worked with the middle schoolers and high schoolers at Grace. Recently took on another role as our campus pastor at West Falls Church, but still working with the high schoolers at Grace. And yeah, I mean, there's never been a season like this for ministry. Everything has changed, from how we communicate with kids and how we gather and how we share our obsession with Jesus and how we love our students. Everything's changed.
Yep. So what's been the hardest part, do you think, with this COVID-19 pandemic for you and your job or you and your family?
Yeah. Professionally, in terms of my job, it's been difficult, but it's also been exciting and interesting. It's really forced us to get creative. It's pushed us into platforms of ministry that we've needed to enter into for a while. So it's actually been good. It's been a little harder to get some things done because of what things are like at home, which has probably been the hardest thing for us. We've got our two kids are vivacious and
cute. They're cute.
They're cute, but there's a lot of volume in this house.
You'll miss it when it's gone.
Oh, I probably know. I know I will. Let me embrace it, enjoy it. I gotta keep reminding myself that.
Yeah.
But my wife Robin, she works a full-time job for the University of Louisville. Actually, happened to be repping the swag right now. But she also runs her own consulting business on the side, and so she's busy and she's Zooming all the time, and I'm trying to work in Zoom, and both of our kids are now being homeschooled, and they're they're not quite at the ages where they're incredibly independent. Our 9-year-old is more independent, but our 7-year-old still needs lots of I wouldn't say hand-holding, but lots of support.
Direction kind of.
Yeah. And so, we're finding ourselves trying to squeeze 20-minute, 30-minute blocks of focused effort and work towards our professions in between, helping our kids with this assignment or that assignment, getting on that Zoom, checking it. And then also just trying to be good parents, like actually trying to go outside with the kids or keep them active or just get them off a screen for a little while. That's probably been the most difficult thing.
Well, I see that as a huge benefit too. I see more families together at taking walks and, they're spending, rather than dad going off to the office for 15 hours a day, he's home.
Yeah.
And that's kind of completed the circle. So, but I totally understand the brevity of all of it too. So with all this, what have you guys found to do that's fun, or have you found a new TV program that you're all enjoying, or what are you doing to kind of ease the stress?
Yeah, well, I can't believe it took us this long to figure it out, but we just got on board with the fact that Disney Plus is offering a free year of
Oh, wow.
of access. So Disney Plus, thank you.
That's great.
Yeah, it gives us the chance to still have date nights. Just the other night we ordered some Thai food and just set the kids upstairs with Wreck-It Ralph, and Robin and I were able to sit and have a meal together and kind of have a date and catch up, which was good. As in terms of family fun, man, we've tried so many things. We've tried board games and card games, and I think after a while we realized, it's not really our strong suit. We end up arguing or getting upset, or we do a lot of walking. A lot of outside, really just walking and noticing. And every time we go out, just finding something to talk about on a trail or on a hike. And then in the house, Alexa has been a really good friend to us. You can program Alexa to play musical chairs, stop the music randomly for you. Alexa can tell jokes and all kinds of things. So we've had a lot of fun with that, and just turning it up, and she heard me talking to her, and just heard Alexa in the background. Dance parties, turn the music up and get goofy.
Oh, fun. So I really appreciate you taking a few minutes out and telling us about what pastors do during this time and how you're coping with your family, your work, and what fun things you're doing. I thank you so much, Matt, for taking this time out and let me interview you for this.
My pleasure. Thanks, Connie.
Good. Well, again, this is Matt Komar with the West Falls Church branch of Grace Community Church, and I'm Connie Vanderpool with Sampson Properties, and I sell the most powerful city in the world.